Where we at with it? Hold on. Yo, what's happening? Oh, man. Sorry. Feel like I've been gone for like a long time. And I apologize for that. This is the live stream. You see what we're about to talk about. You see it. And if you can't see it, Big X the Plug, Take Care, the album review by Camp from the Port. We're going to get into it. But first and absolutely foremost, yeah, made in the 1980s. Made in the 1980s. And I apologize for not giving y'all a brand new episode for the audio listeners or for the YouTube watchers. My man Versatile just checked in, man. Hello, my brother. How are you? The Enigma. Versatile. Use it as a drop if you can. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Hey, look, I was out. I was celebrating life. I was celebrating living. I was actually living so I could come back and have some new experience to talk to y'all about. And I got tired in the process. I got real tired. I was supposed to. There's gonna be an ISO on me. I had a super dope topic, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that episode I have. So it's ISO on me for an episode as we close out the year. Made in the 1980s. Made in the 1980s. I see Wang Dang. Please don't forget the damn doodle just chimed in, tuned in. What up, sir? Hello. Yeah. Hey, get the work done. Get the work. Yes, still Fridays. 5:15 in the morning, Saturday for the video listeners, 8:15 in the morning, 515 and 815. Make sure you do your due diligence and please just check out my show. You know, I did a really good YouTube live on hip hop culture and what I wanted to see, hear, and explain of it. And I thought so much of that I had to at least repurpose the audio for my audio listeners. But I am going to give y'all some more episodes as we close out the year. I consider that like an unofficial episode. So I didn't even number it. So I will give you a real episode 39 and 40. I think this is, or 40 and 41. But yo, all right. And we'll get to it really soon. Oh well, super pause. Yeah, there's a lot more to talk about, a lot more nostalgia to unpack, a lot more topics that I want to cover with you all, especially as I embark on some new journeys. I've been completing tasks, I've been hitting benchmarks, I've been coming up with new ideas, all of it for the betterment of this YouTube channel or wherever you're watching this. All for the brand of Camp from the Port to have more time. But I'm on some freedom stuff. Freedom. I think what was it? That was my word 2 years ago. And I as I'm looking at it right now, my word for 2024 was elevation. And 2025, we back to freedom. So I'll explain more of that in time. But in the meanwhile, man, let's get to Big X the Plug, man. Dallas, what up? Dallas. I love the city of Dallas, and I haven't been in quite a while. I need to change that. I originally was planning to move to Dallas literally 22 years ago, or 24, I can't remember. My cousin Suzette, rest in peace to her. Her and my cousin Courtney lived out there. She was, for fast fact, she was married to Joe Dumar's brother. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him and rest in peace to that brother as well. I remember we were at the reunion, the family reunion, I think in Dallas, McGee family reunion. And I was like, yo, man, I love it out here. I like, it's hot. Like it was like 116 degrees at like 11 in the morning. but and it was like 93 degrees at 8 a.m. I was dying, but was having such a great time. I didn't want to leave. And she was like, hey, yo, you can stay with us and get yourself situated, and parlay into something else. I was all for it. I was like 19 or 20. No real plan or purpose. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But my mom talked me out of it, long story short. And I was kind of salty. Matter of fact, I was super salty. I kind of cried a little bit, even as a young adult. I was like, yo, I can move to Dallas. She said I could go. But it didn't happen. But nonetheless, much love to Dallas. And Dallas has a new shining star in the world of rap. His name is Big X the Plug. And his recent release of 2024, dare I say, probably one of the more critically acclaimed albums of this year, is at least from what I've seen in the second and third quarter of this year. Take Care has been making waves, and he's been tearing it up out here. He's on United Masters, so that means he's independent. United Masters, they have their thing in motion, man. They're pretty dope. And as far as like artists, if you are, what did they say? If you're an independent artist that's not concerned about signing to labels and you want to grind and do the work yourself, their platform is a great way for you to be heard. It just takes the self investment and the hustle, and they'll do a lot of the legwork for you as far as just making sure that your projects are visible to the public, which is very important, especially right now with all the games that labels and DSPs are playing right now. So I don't know what artists will hear this or watch this and want to know, like, where should I go? Like, oh, yo, is SoundCloud still the move? No, it's not, bro. It's United Masters, and this is not an ad, but from just what I've read about United Masters, even in relation to like your DistroKid and man, was it? I mean, it's not CD Baby, or did they never change the name? I don't know. So let's just get off it. We're not even here to talk about platforms and how to get your music uploaded. We're here to talk about Big X the Plug Take Care album. But if you are an artist, look into getting on United Masters, getting your music, your art onto United Masters to give you a better shot at building a base, a fan base that will love your music. So I actually heard the Big X the Plug last year. I got to shout my guy Gilbert out because he was the first person I knew talking about dude in any capacity. I want to say we were out in Houston, maybe August or September of 2023. I don't remember. It was last summer though. But of course, hey, every week feel like summer in Houston, Texas. Like, if you just want to keep it real, every single week feel like summer in Houston. And I'd much rather be there in the winter. But he was like, yo, have you ever heard of a dude called him Big X the Plug? I was like, no, I was like, I'm not hip. Like, what you got? And then he played this joint Texas. And I was like, yo, this is dope. This is dope. And it was super short though. And then he put dude on shuffle. And I was like, yo, you must be really feeling dude music to take a Young Dolph break. Because you've been playing Dolph for 3 years straight. Dolph hadn't passed or anything. Like, him and my guy Rob were the two people that I knew that played Young Dolph every single day. Every single day. And when he took a break from Dolph to play Big X the Plug, I was like, hold on, let me hear this. Because this is obviously pretty serious. And you know what? My guy didn't steer me wrong. And I think the album that Texas is on is, I think it's the Amar album. If I hope I'm saying that right. AMAR. That's that was the title of the album. And that was one of the first joints I heard. And he showed me a couple of videos. I was like, oh, okay. So like he really like a big dude and he like rapping. And usually heavy set dudes be flowing. So you automatically, even when you see his look, you'd be like, okay, yo, hey, homie probably got something. Like there's not too many overweight individuals that can't rap. Like I don't know what it is, but you know, like in the 90s, like usually the most overweight person was probably had the hardest flow or the hardest bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Biggie, 8 Ball, Heavy D, um, man, hey, Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys. Even though my man that was beatboxing was bigger, but hey, his beatbox is supreme. He one of the best. I would love to see him battle Dougie Fresh back in the day. I would love to see that. Um, but I digress. Let's get into this album. Big X the Plug, Take Care. Off top, I think this is a really good album, and I like it, man. I really do like it a lot. Um, there's something about this album that the replay value is really good. Um, but at the same time, length of the album is also my biggest critique of this album. So I'm going to save what I got to say about length, pause, and then we're just going to get into the actual quality of the content. Overall, I really like it. Hey, man, look, one thing is for sure, it is good to see that rappers are like rapping again, you know, no matter, and I want to clarify rappers are rapping again, because I'm not just saying it just from like, oh, you know, crazy metaphors, similes, homonyms, and, you know, metaphors and all of that, because that is important. But I'm glad that flows are back and people are storytelling more. I love the fact that, you know, people just rapping about being the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm tough, I'm hard, I'm nice, I'm cold, I'm the biggest, the largest, which is one of my favorite joints on this album, the largest. Um, I just like that rappers are really just rapping for the sake of rapping. Like, oh, yo, I want to show you I get busy. You know, it's I think we are officially out of the era where people are just saying anything on records. I think we are now in a time where uh people got something to say. Artists have something to say. They want to tell it to you. They want you to really get in tune with their story. Yes, rap is a hustle, but you know, that doesn't mean you have to negate the art of rap because you're hustling. And I think we are back to that. And Big X the Plug's Take Care album, to me, is a sign that we're in the right direction of people really caring about rap music and rapping, like the ability to rap. Because, hey, listen, he picking some dope beats on this. The production is crazy on this album. Tony Coles and Bandplay, which I actually knew of, man, probably about 10 years ago now, from the homie Moss the Beast. He was the first one I heard using their beats, and they've been getting some great placements, and they've been getting some crazy placements since then. Hey, they're really going to work. So salute to those brothers or brother. If it's just one person, I don't know if they're a production team or a tandem or not. I just hear the drop and I know that they got some heat. But them and Tony Coles, man, band playing Tony Coles, man, they went absolutely nuts on this. And I I already respect Big X's ear as far as what he's picking to rhyme over, because that's very important, especially for his flow. And I like that he he's not necessarily picking the same beats either. Tempo, yeah, it's not too much change in tempo on this album, but I do like the fact that he will put his flow over different beats to let you like, hey, look, this is just how I'm gonna rhyme over it. And I respect that. Let me check these comments real quick. I see something else going on. Yeah. Oh, I got some approved flows. Yes. Yes. Those are back. Those are back. I know you're shocked to hear that from me. I love the album. Um, The Shout That You Love, the Big X the Plug album. No, I don't. I don't think. I don't think I'm shocked by that. I'm trying to think. Um, I mean, even though I know like where you lean as far as just like rappers that you want to hear from, but no, and to your point, I think that's what's really dope about this album. I think the fact that anybody can get into it, it makes this a really dope album. You don't have to deep dive into what hip hop is or was or what it just became. You don't need the history lesson. You just need to listen to X talk his talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he has a very relatable story, even though he's a young guy. Um, it's not over the top salacious about street life. It's more, dealing with just human emotions, like leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's like, yo, this is I love the story that it's telling from start to finish about how, you know, uh everybody asking him for something. And he's like, look, I don't even want to hear that. Please leave me alone. And he's breaking down just the times that he was there for people, or or when people weren't there for him, and how the tables have turned. Your classic rags to riches type raps, which I think never get old, because everybody will always interpret it and perform it differently. And I think he has a really good one. I will say, man, hey, look, outside of the Vapors, and I believe Mike Jones back then gotta be like 1 and 2 rags to riches rap songs like ever. I don't think you'll find 2 songs that express how, yo, when I was down, you was fronting on me, but now I'm up and I'm lit. Now you on my dick. I don't think there's any 2 songs better than Biz Marquis' The Vapors and Mike Jones back then. But Leave Me Alone is dope as well. Where was I at? Oh, yo, speaking of picking dope beats, speaking of Tony Coles, and speaking of band play, hey man, hey, you know what else I love about this album? What I love about this album, they are picking new samples. There are new songs being sampled on this album. I'm not gonna give them all away. One is just low-hanging fruit. They sampled Law and Order, and that was fire. That was fire. I was like, yo, is this a TV show? I was like, this Law and Order? And I happened to look at the dash. I was like, oh, yo, it is Law and Order. So they flipped Law and Order. They sampled a song from War that's not War. I appreciate that. They sampled a youth choir on this joint. And even though I know we're not supposed to love Robert Sylvester, we're not supposed to entertain him or give him any more money in his pocket, I must admit, they sampled that Isley Brothers Contagious. It's hard. It's hard. I'm sorry, it's hard. Like he picked some really dope beats. I love that production is getting pushed to a new level. Because we've spent too much time sampling 90s R&B. We've spent too much time interpolating 90s classic rap records. Like maybe production had gotten lazy, or this was the mail-in, but they were sampling the songs that got sampled. And it's like, come on, family. Go to the original record, sample that, and give us something new. Find something else new. And that's what I also appreciate on this Take Care album from BigXthaPlug. There's a lot of new samples. There's new sounds. It's a new sound that exists on this album. And I think that is I think that's vital today. You know, man, we got to keep art flourishing. You know, we can't just keep doing the same thing. Like this mass production, this oversaturation, it only feels that way because it's too many people not trying. It's too many people not trying. Like just like after Dreams and Nightmares, everybody had they Dreams and Nightmares flow or their Dreams and Nightmares song. You know, I'm gonna start off, real meek, right? And I'm just gonna let the beat build. I'm gonna get some melody, and then all of a sudden, doom, 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 doom. And then now you're gonna start yelling the flow. It's like, yo, come on, man. Meek did that. Let that be the Meek thing, and you do your thing. And I I'm not saying I didn't like every single Young Berg beat, because that would be hate. But it got to a point, it's like, bro, are you just only playing music from 97 or from 94 to 97 and you're just sampling it? Like, at least sample the originals. So I do appreciate that new sounds were being used on the Take Care album from Big X the Plug. So if you feel that you haven't really heard anything new, like nothing sending shockwaves or inspiration, and I know my man Versatile can speak to this. Um, there's a lot of times where you can just be listening to music and everything sounds so redundant that you don't even be inspired to create. You know, um, there is. I never truly believed in writer's block, and even as I get older, I still don't. But I think what we were calling writer's block back in the day was just being uninspired. Being uninspired, because you could walk outside, take a road trip, and then become inspired. You could watch a new movie, or you could listen to somebody else's body of work, or look at a painting, or you could do something. You could have an interaction with somebody and become inspired to write something. But when we had been hammered in the head, stream, 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 and there's so many artists with the exact same message, with the exact same flow, on the exact same 808s. It's like, how do you become inspired by this? I love the fact that Big X the Plug, Take Care, can be on the opposite of that. It's cutting through that, along with some other artists. So that is, I think that's very important. And if for nothing else, that's a good reason to listen to this album. So, oh, how can I forget this? Wallow. Wallow's on the album. Wallow 267. I love the way that artists are using Wallow on their albums, and I'm glad that he is making himself available to be used on these albums. And I think Wallow doesn't miss, whether he's intro, outro, track 1, skit 5, it doesn't matter. Wallow is an enhancement to your project. And I love it because even in the street music, he's trying to be motivational. He's trying to be inspirational. He really does care about young people succeeding, young brothers, Black people succeeding, in spite of their circumstance. Because I mean, hey, he's one of the greatest stories of our time. We don't know anybody else that did 20 years and comes out of prison with a plan, and he executes it to this level. And we're seeing the kind of success that Wallow has. So his story will never get old for me. Him talking the way he's talking will never get old for me. I think it's great. I think it's needed. I think it's I mean, look, if these young people ain't gonna listen in school, if they're not gonna listen to their parents, maybe they're gonna listen to Wallow 267. And I'm okay with that. I think it's important. Uh, I also feel that not that Wallow needs to put out an album or anything, because I know he does his public speaking engagements, but no matter what artist, and I hope these artists get bigger because of it, but I really hope that the message that Wallow is kicking to all of us, it really hits and it lands and it stays. Black America, because I'm black, I'm a black person. We're gonna talk black people real quick. We need more Wallows. We need people talking like Wallow. And even for the small moments on this Take Care album, you can tell that, you know, one, the message, it's timeless. And we need to celebrate him more, man. We need to celebrate him more. For years, at least when I was growing up in my 20s, we were all talking about, oh, we need a leader, we need a leader, we need a new leader. Well, you know, he's not framing it that way, but we should trust him to lead, especially when he's speaking in the positive manner in which he speaks, like on this album or on Conway the Machine's album or Damon John's albums and things like that. So shout to Wallow, man. Just shout to Wallow for being on this project and and giving us a message that we always need to hear. So now for my honest critique of the album. And the only real thing that I got that I guess would be deemed like negative or maybe unsavory is that the album is too short. Album is way too short. I think he capped out at 31 minutes and some seconds. And it was and then the track list is like 12? Something like that. Hold on, let me look. Yes, 15 tracks on this album, and he still wrapped it up within 32 minutes. That's way too short, fam. It's way too short. Some songs were so short, I couldn't even get into them. I was trying to catch the energy or the vibe, and like I was really kind of getting into a groove, and then is the next track, or the beat was fading out. Like when you be like vibing, you rocking to something, hey, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, hold on, that was it. Like, yo, that was it. Like, fam, come on. Yo, man, hey X, just make some longer joints, bro. Hey, listen, 3 minutes and 30 seconds is a great length for any song, in my estimation. Even if you just letting the beat ride for 4 to 8 extra bars, because you're picking great production as well. I like that you don't do all the talking before and after songs, but man, we need more build up. We need more build up. We need more audio experience. We need more picture painting. And I understand that you're a new artist, and you may even be getting advice from your camp that, hey, yo, you know what, you ain't got to beat them over the head with all this right now, but man, for the real people that's listening to music, that's listening to artists, that's really out here like that want to consume the content, make them longer joints for us, bro. We could use it. We could use it. That's my only real critique on this album, is that it's just way too short. 15 tracks, not even 32 minutes. But the beats bang. He talking some real talk. It's fun. It's relatable. Some of it is very inspirational. It's just flat out. It's a dope project. Dope project. If I had to give this a rating out of 5, I'm gonna go 3 out of 5. Now, if you say 3.5, I'm fine with that. I'm giving it 3, only because again the album was just too short. It's just too short for me. Coda, what's up? Thank you. Thank you. Real quick, hold on, man. My man Versatile, I appreciate all you do and bring to us with your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and transparency via life and media. Oh man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Yes, yes, and bless everyone in the chat. You know what I'm saying? From Coda, thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm gonna let my man shoot the 3-pointer and let the pole stand there for my guy Versatile. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes, but yes, definitely listen to that Big X the Plug Take Care album. It's honest, it's sincerely dope. It is. Before I get out of here talking about this album, I do want to say something. And I'm not saying it is for the hip hop field here. But one thing I did notice about Big X the Plug in general is that his flow sounds a lot like the Baby's. Now, I ain't mad at that. I was not one of those people that said the Baby has to rap a different way. I come from the era where you had your flow was your flow, and you killed your flow every time. That's how I grew up. I know Slick Rick to rap one way. I know Curtis Blow to rap one way. So when the Baby was rapping 1,000 miles an hour, not even waiting for the beat to drop, I was like, yo, but that's his style though. I appreciate that. To me, it's standing out like Busta Rhymes did. It's standing out like an Old Dirty Bastard flow would. And so I never hated on that. And now see the contradiction here is we can't kill the Baby and say he needs to switch up his flow, but then now we collectively are all over Big X the Plug and how dope he is and how his flows are top tier. That's just contradictory. They can both coexist. And for the record, I want to be crystal clear here. I don't think Big X the Plug is biting the Baby. I don't think he's copying the Baby. I don't think neither one of those are happening. What I do believe, and this is just my take, and I would love to hear feedback on it. What I believe is that this is just the new South flow. I think this is the new flow that's developed for the South because the Baby's from North Carolina, Big X the Plug is from Texas, and they're flipping it damn near the same, but you can definitely tell those two apart on the track. If they both got on the track together, you could tell one is the Baby and one is Big X the Plug. And as long as I can tell you apart, I'm good. What I will say on that new South flow thing, I think this is just the resurgence of regional sounds, which I'm here for. I can't tell you how happy I am to even think I can say out loud that regional flows and regional sounds are coming back. I was really hoping to do this live and this album review with Big X, Kendrick, and probably Ab-Soul. It was another album I wanted to do, just talking about regional sounds, but maybe just regional sounds will be just another episode in general. But I'm sorry, I digress. I'm sorry, but I'm really happy about that. I don't think there's much to dislike about this Take Care album other than the time. You know what I'm saying? 31 minutes. I mean, you know what? I would have rather 10 songs, 31 minutes, and a couple of those joints was just longer, or maybe they broke into one of the other songs, like on some DJ Paul and Juicy J, like beat switch type stuff. I would have loved that. My man, hold on here, my man, Nival Rivera. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right too, my brother. I apologize if I didn't. Hell yeah, you're right. Some flow with different beat. They trying to be slick. Yeah, hey, yeah, you know, yeah, you know what I mean. It's and for all the flow listeners and the lyric listeners, You can tell the difference. Y'all know what it is out there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and not for nothing, man. I'm glad to see that. It looks like the baby is rebounding from everything that happened. He obviously, that corporate engine ain't behind it no more, but he can still rap. He can still rap. I am still very amazed at his lyrical ability while rapping that fast. And I think that Big X the Plug, that is the thing that's different, where he can just kind of like chronologically tell you about his day and tell you some things that are going on. But he's not trying to be over the top lyrical, but I don't think he needs to be. Some people, they have a voice and they have a tone and they have a delivery that is so in your face that they ain't really got to impress you with a lot of words or how they use them. They're just going to tell you what it is and then you decipher it. That's one of the great things about Scarface in general. And I used to be like, yo, why do people keep saying that Scarface is such a lyricist? I used to be one of those people. And but then, like, when you really sit and listen to him, you'd be like, man, but he ain't really gotta hit me with like metaphors. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to the way he talking right now. Like, this is enough. So that's how I feel about Big X the Plug. Don't let that comparison go over your head. Don't try to put words in my mouth that didn't exist. You heard exactly what I said on that. But yes, 3 out of 5. Big X the Plug. Take care. Again, 3 is a dope rating, man. 3 is dope, and this is a dope project. If you give it a 3.5, I totally feel you. Look, if you're from Dallas and you give it a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5, let me know why. Is it because will it hit harder if I'm in Texas? Because I'm prepared to do that. I'm prepared to book a flight, go to Dallas, and hear Big X the Plug and how it resonates in there. For those of you that may not be aware, like, sometimes where you at when you hear the music, it just hit different. Hey, listen, I moved to Atlanta the week that Jeezy dropped TM 101. It was one of the illest experiences of my life. I've never seen that. I've never seen what I saw the week TM 101 drop in Atlanta. I've never seen that before in my life. So let me know, Dallas. Let me know, Texas. Texas. How y'all feel about your man's Big X the Plug? Is he the one? Is he next? What am I already sleep on that my man Gilbert didn't put me on already to? What's up? Let me know something. But that's it for me. I sincerely appreciate y'all, man. This live got rocking. On the music reviews, the album reviews. I'm gonna keep them coming, man, every Tuesday. As I work to get my schedule in a better space, I'm gonna try to set a time frame. Maybe it's 7 p.m., maybe it's 8 p.m. I had to go make a few dollars, but then we double back and we do this. So and I just appreciate y'all, man, pulling up, rocking with me. I'll never stop being appreciative of that. Next Tuesday, another review is coming. I honestly don't know which one yet. I'm on a half a listen of a couple albums, and spoiler alert, I'm purposely waiting to give y'all the Kendrick Lamar review because I kind of gave y'all one already, like when it first dropped that Saturday. I think I gave one Friday night, Saturday on like just the 3 songs, and so far my opinion about the 3 songs has not changed, and they were super dope. So I may even omit it and just show another artist with a dope project some love that could really use the boost for 2024 as we close out. So you know what I'm saying. My man Versatile said you gotta holler at DJ Momo in Dallas. Fleet DJs. Okay. I'm gonna make that I'm gonna be intentional about that. When we book that flight to Dallas, I probably need to do it this winter, huh? Yo, it'd be hot as hell. It'd be hell in Texas after like April 3rd. Hey, but much love to Texas, man, Dallas and Houston, man. If you don't know what it is, I would love to show you the love that it is, right? Until next time, man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you for checking out the live album reviews. Camp from the Port, made in the 1980s. Always and consensually. It's love.